Hello Aries, welcome to your reading for the first half of March 2023. This is the Clearing Heart Tarot, and we're going to look at the energies that are coming through for you in this time. Looking good so far. We've got some love coming through there. Nice. Yeah, new love for some. Love that is directed, so it's focused, the intention is there. Let's bring you through transformation for some. Okay, so we've got the Magician, the Death card, Queen of Cups, the Emperor. There you go, you've shown up. You've shown up. Three of Wands, there's you again, Aries. So you well and truly, it's all about you, which is nice. Which is nice, isn't it? Okay, we're starting at the centre of your reading, as I always do. And here we have the Death card. So we're looking at some definite, deep, intense transformation. It's out with the old and in with the new. So we're going to see a real shedding of skin. Like if you're like a snake sheds its skin, starts afresh. Anything that really does change the energy, changes the vibration, and just really it puts it into perspective, allows you to be who you are meant to be. So this is a real coming together of the totality of who you are, Aries. And you're going to feel the power that comes from that, not just in the way because now you're doing things differently, especially if they weren't working before, but more so because you feel invigorated, you just feel fresh, you feel new. And here we have the King of Cups. So the King of Cups could be a Pisces energy, but really what it is a mature love, very stable, emotionally centered, feeling very connected, very grounded, and very, very anchored. So if it's you, Aries, then you are really coming into a place of where things don't set you off so much or trigger you, or if you've been numb in the past, perhaps, where you just haven't really felt anything because you haven't really wanted to. This is that blossoming again of love, because you know you've walked through those emotional waters. You've walked through choppy waters and you've walked through calm waters. And this is where you start to really feel that grounded feeling. Ten of Cups, we know that is everything coming together, everything working. Everything's been enhanced as far as family, home, everything you do in your daily life. Just the projection, you're looking forward, you're just feeling optimistic about the future. And there's a lot of lasting, long relationships being formed at that time. Ace of Swords, wow, here we go. So we have some really definite direction that you're moving in the Aries. You're very focused. You're really starting to understand just what it takes for you to get to where you need to get to reach your goals. And Spirit is saying, look, appreciate that, and we're going to bring some opportunities in for you. So you're going to be so much more clear-minded. New beginnings, new love. Can be new love, definitely, and it will be in a very grounded, sophisticated way. The Magician here tells us that you have definitely got to the point where you really do feel like you're capable of doing anything, achieving anything, taking on anything. You just feel like you're just flowing, which is really, really nice. Very much being able to intuit what is required as well. And then here you are, Aries, standing in your power, being the master of your destiny. This is where you come into your own. This is where you really take charge. You take that leadership role. You really do start to direct your life in such a magnificent way. It's just just awe-inspiring. Over here we have the Queen of Cups. So we have that dynamic relationship where there's just the two hits off the other, bounces off the other, complements the other. If it's you, then you are feeling very grounded, but very open. You're starting to see that love and kindness is the basis of all. Without that, really, there is nothing. And you're understanding that if you bring kindness and love and hope and joy and peace and all those sorts of lovely soft things in, that things just flow. They flow and they create that karmic energy coming back to you. So as you give out, you get back. Then we have the Three of Wands here. So what we're seeing there, this is you. This is your success. This is where you start to see what you've been working on starting to show up. And you're feeling so inspired by that. But you're also understanding, Aries, that you have worked so darn hard to get to this point in time that this is really just a foregone conclusion. This is where that does start to bear fruit. And the Seven of Wands, it's asking you to be ready to put the boundaries in, be ready to stand your ground, but also to be ready to look at all sides as well. So you're understanding that not everyone has your vision, not everybody understands your direction or where you're headed, and that's okay because they're not walking your shoes, so that's okay. They can feel like that, and it really is just, you take that in your stride. So what we're seeing here is we're seeing a new type of love coming through for you, very much unconditional, but also unconditional in the sense here, Aries, that you are looking after you. You are understanding more and more and more of what you need and what really does fill your cup, what does, increase the harmony and the peace and the contentedness and the commitment as well that is there for you. For some of you, you may have felt like you weren't really anchored. You didn't really, you just felt like you were all over the shop, and it's like, you finding it hard to grasp. But now you're in a point where you just you've chucked off that shroud. You've changed that skin. You've started that new vibration. Understanding that success, joy, abundance, prosperity, your direction, your life, what you will do with it. And here we have the Three of Pentacles. So this is working differently, working at it, creating, achieving. You're wanting to create something that is really quite special and quite beautiful. And that's where you're at with that. So for some of you, you've been recognised at work, you've been recognised for the effort that you're putting in, and people are understanding and seeing more and more of how, you might have stood back in the shadows. You might not have put yourself forward, which is unusual for an Aries, but we do that. We protect ourselves. So you've put yourself forward in a way that you've just been you. But you've been you with a lot more confidence and calmness for some of you. So everyone is recognising that. And the King of Swords energy is very much been about, it's evidence-based. It's not emotionally based. So it's really, really good. The King of Swords does take charge because it's all about what you need to do, how to get it done, having that focus. So there's a lot of focus coming through here for you, Aries. You're very focused, which is beautiful because it means that there's not as much time for indecision or over-analysis, things like that. So you're working towards a definite goal. You've definitely got something in mind, and whether it's relationship and you're manifesting something quite special there, or if it's business. And for some of you, you really have got to a point where you know that if you haven't launched already, it's time to do it. It's time to make it real. It's time to make it happen. And for those that are in positions, you are finding that that it's really working in your favour. There's success here. There's joy. There's happiness. There's the sun. You don't get much better than that. And then we've got the World, where you kind of can get better than that when you combine those two. So everything is at your fingertips. Everything is working out, Aries. You really are on the most amazing trajectory, and it's all down to you, mate, because you've done the work. You have really and honestly put in all that hard work. So if you want if you want any advice, let's have a look to see if there's any advice, please, Spirit. Any advice for Aries, please, in this time. Okay, Knight of Swords. Get out of your own head there, Aries. Focus on what you can change, not what you can't. And don't allow this stinking thinking or monkey brain or whatever you want it, monkey mind, whatever you want to call it, because this is really illusion. This doesn't exist. And there's some tools that are out there, like writing it down and burning it, getting it out of your head, but also allowing yourself to have the joy, the rewards that are coming through. Yes, Knight of Swords, cutting out anything that doesn't serve you. So if something's there bugging you, taking your energy, get rid of it. Judgment card, you've been called. You know, we've got the Sun, the World, and the Judgment card. So Spirit here is advising you to really take this up, that it's time now for you to fly. It's time for you to excel, Aries. It's time for you. It's really, it's just time. Really is time. Right, let's see what else we've got. So we've got the Three of Pentacles again. Yes, so keep working on it. Have patience that it is working, that it will work out. For some of you, you're deciding just how this is going to look going down the track. So you're putting more thought into it. It's because you're a lot more decisive and you've got a lot more direction for what you're doing. So that makes it so much easier. Queen of Swords, yes. So Queen of Swords says that you're willing to give as much as you can, but you're wanting something in return. So you're no longer doing things just for the sake of doing them. You may be, you know, we're quite often people pleasers. We try to make it fun and good and solve everything for everybody. That's the Aries energy. And it's just saying here that that's fine, but just have a look at how much energy you're putting into that. And are you really getting back what you're putting out there? Okay, so a couple more just to finish that off. Beautiful. So keep the focus. Keep believing in your journey. Know that you have worked darn hard to get to this point. So pat yourself on the back as well. Being open to all possibilities, but try not to be too surprised when actually all that stuff that you've been doing, all that hard work is starting to come back to you. Because you are ready. It's all about the timing. Our Page of Swords talks about being ready. So it's like sometimes we have to stand back and we have to observe, and then we can go for it. So that's you. You're going to be just there on the precipice, just waiting. Walking away from anything that doesn't serve you, but also walking towards that which does. So leaving behind stuff that doesn't elevate you, that doesn't inspire you, that doesn't make you feel special, it doesn't make you feel aligned. Leave it behind, because this is about lessons learned. Now you may find that you are seeking advice as well, so that's not a bad idea if you want to seek advice. But also for some of you it'll be keeping to the traditional thing. So sometimes we try to do other stuff. We think, how can I mix this up? How can I make this different? You know, and sometimes just doing what we've always done, but just doing it so much better without all the baggage. Then because we know that it's a winning formula, of course. And then we've got that Ten of Cups again. So this is definitely success. And where we stand and where you are at. So very, very beautiful, very, very positive. Keep the focus there, Aries. Believe in yourself and allow that good stuff to start to come through, because this is your karma coming back to you. Alrighty? Okay, well, very, very beautiful. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Would be great. Let me know how you're getting on. And we'll see you in the second half of March. Bye.